Oh, someone just said my beard's getting out of control. I think it is. Hi, Simone.
Hi, yeah.
Good. How you doing?
Good. Sorry, I didn't quite get the request through properly. It came through too fast before I'd seen it.
That's all right. That's no problem at all. Just my little speedy fingers, the little chubby sausage fingers going on the keyboard there. So just thought we'd have a bit of a chat today about how it is that things have been going and have a little bit of a look at what it is that life's going to look like for us on level 3. So, of course, we went from being in level 2, level 4, and one of the things that we were doing to get a little bit of extra money through our salons was to be selling online. So the process with that kind of meant that we ended up having to go to MB and go through a process, and they thought it would be fairly easy because there were 20,000 emails that they got of people wanting to register and do what they needed to do. So I think some of the issue around that was that by the time they got around to checking what it was that people were selling, they were sort of seeing that people were selling more than just essential items, which they sort of deemed to be shampoo and conditioner, and they saw that people had GHDs and all the other things online, so they started to stop that. So one of the great things now, of course, is that when we get to level 3, we won't have to worry about MB being registered with them. So, yeah, so I thought we'd just have a little bit of a chat today, and you could have a bit of a talk about what it is that you've been up to, and what it is that you're going to be doing on level 3. Of course, Simone has just been elected to join me and the rest of the team on the NZARH executive board. So it's been great to be working with Simone. So we thought it's a great opportunity as two salon owners as well and two employers to be having a bit of a chat about what is that's happening today. So we'll go through what we've done is we've done the main questions that people are asking on Facebook and Instagram, the things that people have been text messaging us, emailing us, calling us about. So we thought we'd go through those and just have a little bit of a chat about what it is that's happened up until now and what it is that we can do in the future. And then there's an opportunity to answer some questions if I can manage to read and talk at the same time. So, so I guess up until now, the government have been really set on making sure that it's health reasons that they've been picking for moving from one level to the next. So at level 4 and level 3, health is really the main thing. So of course we got the information last week that it says that they're going to go to level 3 when they know that the community transfer was under control and the transmission rate was very low, that they've got robust measures at the borders. Of course, they've closed those down, that they've got the tracing and testing capacity to shut down any new breakouts, which of course has happened, and that they've got the supplies and the capacity within the health system to be able to deal with anything that does happen from now. So, I thought maybe we'd have a bit of a chat and see what it is that that you've been doing because you've been selling at level 4 yourself.
Yeah, we got MBI registered, but I didn't have access to a lot of my product. So we are waiting till Tuesday, and then we can get access to the salon to go and get some of our products to send them out. I have been busy online getting courier bags and all that sort of thing organised so that we can do that safely when we're down to level 3. By next Tuesday, hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Right, so your courier bags, were that fairly easy for you to do? Did you just have to ring them and they drop them off, or you went and bought them, or...?
Very easy. I just went online to Courier Post. You don't even have to have an account with them. You can just buy them on your credit card. So I ordered them on Wednesday and they were here by Friday. I'm still waiting on the bigger bags, but they should be here soon. I guess everyone else is just getting them, but I got the single-use ones that we can send them out. I'm just using Courier Post, the New Zealand Courier Post, but I've been told about Sweet Spot and Pass the Parcel. They're good ones to... I must say the Courier Post is quite expensive. It's going to work out to be about $8.90 per bag that we send out. But, clients are quite happy to pay that, I think, when they're waiting for product. It would be up to you guys to have a look around, see if you could get it cheaper. And I suppose when we're in level 3, there could be that opportunity of putting them in people's letterboxes as long as it was contactless in that level 3. But as I said, you'd only do it couple of times a week. We have to follow health and safety for all these. I think if we don't follow the rules, we're going to end up being on level 3 for a lot longer. So if we do go over to salon, it's just going to be me. I'll be letting myself in and just doing it myself and putting in letterboxes if I get that opportunity. Otherwise, it'll be by the courier bags.
Excellent. So
yeah.
We might just maybe answer some of the questions that people have already put in, and some of the stipulations around what it is we can do and can't do. So I guess the big thing that we said about level 3 is that some industries can start to open again. So at level 4, there were 500,000 essential workers. Then at level 3, they're looking at another 500,000 workers going back out to work. So they've said that if you can work from home, please do work from home. If you can work contactlessly and go back to work, you can do that, but of course you're not allowed to interact with the public. So there are those 500,000 going back. So what it means for us, I guess, is that we don't want all of our staff at the salon. It's not, everybody going back, and we don't know what they say that it's going to be about 2 weeks until they make the decision on whether it is we go to level 2. So, some people said about cleaning, I guess, and the point is, why would you clean your salon now when you're going to be in we're not locked down, but almost locked down again for another 2 weeks. So there's kind of not really any point to that, I guess. So, so let's just have a look at some of these things. So they said that the majority, so one of the things we have to do is take all of our healthcare measures into line with our workforce. So if we can work from home, we have to. So for us, I guess the majority of our work is practical and it's client-based, so we actually can't do that from home. We're not going to be doing that from home. And we can't do it at work because we can't face front the public. So like you say, you'll just pop down to the salon maybe a couple of times a week, pack that up and send it.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to remember, Nick, is that we were at that meeting the other day and we were told that going from level 3 to level 2 is just an estimate. They're only going to review it on May the 11th. So I think it's really important to not get everyone over there sort of rebooking your clients in that now, because it may not be the 12th, it may be the 18th, or it might even be a week after that. While we're on it, I've just seen a question about the bookings. What we're going to do is we're trying to book in everyone that was booked in originally. We've had a couple of randoms email us that, haven't had an appointment since 2019 or 2018, balayages. We've just said to them, look, we actually got to fit our clients in first that were already booked in. So we're booking in. We're not doing any bookings at the moment. One thing we are doing is I'm getting my team to call up our top 20 to 30 clients and just touch base with them, just let them know that we care, that we're thinking about them. And if they do want any retail, that's a perfect opportunity to get them to give us an order. As I said, we don't have an online shop, so all we're doing is taking it by phone or by email. We've put out a post on Facebook that if anyone wants to email us the orders, and then we're collecting the money from them, and then we'll just go over to the salon on the Monday and Thursday and get them delivered out to them. So I think as long as that we have to have that integrity and play by the rules, because if hairdressers go back and there's too many people congregating in salons and cleaning and having afternoon teas and morning teas and stuff, we're going to end up being in level 3 for a lot longer. So I think it's really important that we all follow the rules, and then we're all doing the same thing. Then a client can't be saying, oh, well, the salon down the road just gave me a quick fringe trim when they were all in there anyway. I mean, that's what we don't want to happen. We don't want any staff feeling pressured if they're in the salon to do a haircut, because we all know how persuasive clients can be.
Exactly, and I guess that's a really good point. It says that we're allowed to trade if you can do so contactlessly. So that means no contact at the public. So the public aren't allowed into your business. So for us, that's the salon. So most of us have got lovely big, glass frontages so everybody can see how amazing we are. And like you say, the last thing we want is for our staff to be sitting inside the salon and, people knocking on the window and please, can you just blow dry my hair, because my daughter's getting married on Friday and she was allowed 150 people at it. Now she's only allowed 10, so she really wants her hair to look good. So, and like you say, clients do put us under pressure like that. And actually, one of the things we looked at the other day was one of the things they said to us is that our industry will actually be judged by this as well. And so, if it only takes a few people to be breaking the rules, and then before you know it, sort of ruins it for everybody else. So, So I guess, that contact, obviously clients aren't allowed in your salon, so you're not going to be at your salon waiting for people to turn up. So we had a lot of questions about click and collect. So click and collect is basically people order it online and then they collect it from a point somewhere. So I guess if you're at home, they could probably do that, but you'd have to have it in your letterbox and you'd have to be waiting all day for them to come and get it. I think we would probably recommend to not do click and collect because, of course, you don't want to be sitting at the salon waiting for other people to come and get their items. So we've said contact us, Lisa. You mentioned that you get your people to, or your staff to call some clients, and so they might get it that way, or your clients can email you or call you for it as well. Have you got your phone diverted to home, or you've got an answering machine, or?
No, but our answer phone at work before we went into lockdown, I put that we wouldn't be at work and I wouldn't be checking the messages because I didn't even think to get it redirected to home. But I did put that to not leave a message and to email me, and I left the work's email on the salon's phone. Yeah.
They can call you.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah, with that order, or they can do online. So I've got an online store. I've found that's really good. Like most of the people that have been getting things are my clients, so which has been really good. And when clients, if we put a post on Facebook, I think that's something to mention. Is when clients know that we're doing it hard, that it's really difficult to make money when we've got no income at all. Then it makes it a little bit difficult. So I guess when your clients can support you somehow, they can buy product or they can book online. Or we've had some people as well that they've said, look, we'll actually prepay for a haircut. So that's been really good. So we're talking about retail today. Obviously, that's a good way just to help your clients out, but to get a little bit of revenue coming through as well. So what else have we got here? So we're looking at some of the questions they actually had online as well. So some of the stuff they had online that were frequently asked questions were actually asking about hairdressers as well, which were really interesting. So it said that they had businesses that cannot offer face-to-face contact or sustained close contact. So they can't offer services. So that was hairdressers, massage therapists, house cleaners, door-to-door salespeople. So they sort of said because of the close contact that we have with people that we can't work. But also it's kind of good that up until then we weren't sort of really sure about what it was that we could do and couldn't do, and trying to get hold of people was really difficult. So it's been nice that we've actually been singled out almost and said, you can't do your job, which has been great. What else was on there? Another frequently asked question.
I think we had a few questions about what we expect from our team, which I think is really important. And as a business owner and a team, I've got a team of 7 of us. I think as an employer, you shouldn't be expecting your staff to go in and clean the salon at this stage. I mean, that will happen when we get to that review and they give us to the level 2. I mean, there's nothing they can do. The best thing to do would be to get them to be calling their clients and keeping in touch with them, letting our clients know that we care. Those sorts of jobs, I think, are far more important than like folding foils or cleaning the salon. I mean, you could give them the job of ringing the suppliers and working out how many more cakes you're going to need, how many more towels you might need, whether you've got enough disinfectant. Have a Zoom meeting to talk about those sorts of things at this stage, rather than getting people going in to fold foils or clean or that sort of thing. That's sort of not really what we want. And again, it makes it look like there's someone in the salon and that they could get pressured into doing those here from people. Because, I mean, we're people pleasers, or most hairdressers. We want to please our clients. We want to keep them happy. We feel sorry for them when this sort of thing's happening, rather than we have to think of their health. We can't feel sorry for somebody. We have to think of the health. And if we do ruin this, we won't be going back for a lot longer.
Yeah, that's true. And, we're talking about who it is that's going to police it as well, as one of the things when, people all start and, who's okay for the association to say that? Are they going to drive around everyone's salons and make sure that they're doing the right thing? They're not. It's a high trust model. So, and I guess probably the biggest thing we had recently that was a high trust model was the employers' the wage subsidy. So the amount of people that got the wage subsidy. I think it was like $6 million or $7 billion that was given out, and that was high trust. But then they come back at another stage, and now they've kind of said some people have given $10 million back because they didn't need it, employers, and then they've got about another $2 million back because they have they've audited, I guess, so they've gone through and kind of seen what it is that's happening and gone, oh, maybe that's not quite right. So they've actually requested almost $2 million back of that. So that's the high trust model, and I guess they're sort of saying, integrity, we've got to get this right, and if we don't, the issue that we could have with it. And who it is that's going to police it. I guess in some ways we're policing ourselves. We want to be supportive of each other. What we don't want to see, obviously, is if somebody is in a salon space and they're packing up the stuff, somebody else thinks that they're in there and they're actually doing haircuts, or it might be two staff members that are in there and one of them's giving the other one a fringe trim, and before you know it, the police are turning up, giving you fines or arresting you, or so I've sort of said, what is it that could happen? So we sort of said you could be arrested, which is obviously isn't great. You could get a fine. It isn't good for our industry. But probably the worst thing out of all that is that you could actually run the risk of somebody getting COVID-19 and infecting them, or they infect you, and somebody dies out of it. So I know we're all really wanting a haircut, but I don't think anybody really needs to die for one. So let's just keep it safe out there and not do that. So the other thing you mentioned there, Simone, was about getting staff to go and to do things. And I think one of the big things with that is, remember that at levels 3 and 4, we're still thinking about health and safety. So it's still a health perspective. So the Ministry of Health with NBIE is running this. When it gets down a little bit further to levels 2, it's NBIE and WorkSafe that run it with the Ministry of Health. So at this level, we want to make sure that our staff are really safe and that we're not putting them in a position where they feel unsafe. And that's one of the things that we looked at with WorkSafe. WorkSafe New Zealand have let us know that it is actually, a staff member can refuse to do something if they feel that they're put in a position that means that they are unsafe. So, at work, that normally that might be standing in a big puddle on the floor while you're blow drying and your blow dryer is shorting out and making them do it. Obviously, we're not doing that now, but one of the things is that if we're actually asking our staff, especially the younger staff, to go and drop things off in people's litter boxes or to be in the salon space by themselves. So, as a salon owner, you really need to take ownership of that and do that yourself, or maybe get a senior stylist to do it. And then the younger ones, there's other stuff they can do at a later stage. So I just saw come up, somebody said, can we put them in litter boxes? The answer is yes, we can, because it's contactless. But again, I had somebody the other day that sent an email and said, what's the difference between a pizza? You're going to get a pizza delivered to your front door, and so what's the difference between a pizza and some shampoo? So do you want to have a bit of a chat about that, Simone, and sort of see what it is that your ideas around that are?
Yeah, well, what we were discussing the other day is that we feel that it's best that if, as you say, that a senior member does it, or the salon owner, mainly because of it could come back to an insurance problem, or it could come back to an ACC problem if one of them had an accident in their car, and what were they doing. So we just have to be a little bit careful. As you said before, using our integrity and trust so that we are considered a more serious industry, and if we don't do anything stupid, then we will be considered a little bit more seriously as time goes on. So putting it in the letterbox, you do have to be careful. The courier bags, as I said, are about $9 a bag, so that dropping off 10 things is $90 of petrol. It could be cheaper, but use your common sense. Don't go out of the area. Don't be taking it too far. Otherwise, it's going to cost you more in the long run.
But someone's just said first because you don't know who it is that's been touching it, which is actually a really good point. So the other day they were actually talking on television about it and saying they're having fewer people in the restaurants, and then somebody that is just packing them up and they're wearing gloves to do it, that they're taking it out to the car, and then whoever it is that's driving has got a set of gloves and they're taking it to the house and leaving that sort of like at the letterbox or the end of the driveway kind of thing as well. So I guess that they're talking about the ability to be able to have either like phone orders, obviously, and it's going to turn up at a certain time, or they track it in real time, so they know, I guess, like Uber Eats, and we've all learned fairly recently that Uber Eats takes between 30 and 35% of of the price that you're paying for your food, and I guess that buy local and go get it yourself is a similar kind of thing for us. So buy from your own salon and not from something over in like the Strawberry Net or whoever it is, or even like One Day Sale, which actually comes from Australia. So so I guess it's keeping it local and taking care of our clients, dropping stuff off in their letterbox, making sure. What process do you go through when you're packaging up your items?
Yeah, I was just going to say, what I thought we might do is take a video of us actually packing our clients' products up so that they can actually see what we're doing. We've thought about when we go to the salon, obviously wash our hands as we get there, then put on a pair of gloves, then collect the products off the shelf. I mean, the products that are on the shelf should all be safe. It's been 4 weeks since no one's been in there to touch anything, so they will be completely safe. But what we could do is spray them down with Glen 20 or the Dettol spray before we put them in the bag. And then what we thought we might do, especially if they're couriered, I mean, we're doing this if we're getting stuff couriered to us. When the courier bag arrives, we spray it with Glen 20, leave it out on the deck for 10, 15 minutes, and when all that's dried, then we open it. So we could say that to our clients to do, just because we don't actually know what the courier's been touching either, the same as the pizzas and everything else. So we thought we might just do a little video on that, just to show our clients that we are being safe, just so that they know that we're following every health and safety procedure that there is.
Great idea. Maybe we can put that on NZARH so that our members and the rest of the public can see that as well, if that's all right, Simone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So what else have we got on a little list here that people were asking? Dropping off product. Can we drop it off at people's house? Who's going to police it? What happens if you get caught? So one that we had was if we had a contractor or somebody that was doing a rent-a-chair situation. So contractor, rent-a-chair, they've got their own product and it's in the salon, they want to sell them. Can they get access to the salon with the intention of selling those items?
We said that yes, they could, as long as it was obviously all right with the salon owner, and then they did it by themselves and got whatever it was that they needed from the salon and followed health and safety to get that out to their clients that they wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So Emma just said, hi Emma, has just said, and what about hairsprays and mousses, because they're dangerous goods?
I'm actually not sure about that one. I suppose if you're dropping it off in the letterbox, as long as you're, I think the dangerous goods things, I know we get stuff delivered separately, but that's, I think, when they're going through tunnels and things like that, when you're not allowed to take dangerous goods through like the big tunnels and things. I think if you were just doing one thing at a time. The other thing, we thought some of our bottles have got a flip top lid that comes off easily. We thought we might just sellotape them down before we send them in if they're sort of squeezy bottles in case they get pushed up against anything. But that's something that we probably could look at with the dangerous goods, but I'm pretty sure that if you were sending them out or putting them in the letterbox, that would be fine. But that is something that we could look into for you.
I do actually. I have dangerous goods on mine because I had a store before this. So we have a courier company that we use all the time. And so I got all the packaging that you need for dangerous goods. So yes, I guess if you're already using couriers, you'll already have that. It's just extra documentation. So you might even find that that you are allowed to post them or send them as long as there's normally a form that's like that. It's not that big, and you fill it out and they fold it up, and then the courier driver has it, so they know what it is that they're carrying as well. And I guess it's where it is they leave it. If they leave it sitting in the van in sunlight and it blows up or something, it might not be too good. So maybe we'll have a bit of a look at that and just sort of see if we can do an update on that and see if you can just get something that is a dangerous goods sticker to stick on it so that people know. What else have we got on here? The rent-a-chair. Can staff sell products as well? And we said yes, we can ring the clients and ask how it is that they've been and if they need new products. One of the things on here, somebody's talking about can they send colour out to their clients, wanting to know if they can do that.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, not.
Tell me more.
Definitely not. It's unprofessional, unethical, and we've also had letters from a lot of the big companies saying that it is a huge no-no. There's all sorts of things that could happen with that, insurance, using it, and it just cheapens our industry. You know, we, again, as I said before, we're trying to be taken a lot more seriously as an industry, and if doing things like that just cheapens it and makes us seem so unprofessional. If they can do that at home, why would they come into the salon? I know that there's a lot of people out there that are desperate for regrowth and stuff, but direct them on how to do it. You know, putting a zigzag part in, putting the L'Oreal sprays that they can buy at the Food Town and things like that, Countdown. Those sorts of things are far more professional, I feel, than sending out professional colour to them.
That's true, and just today actually we just put up a post around that, and just sort of said that we don't endorse it. We've had lots of feedback beforehand about people selling it to their clients, but then people that were actually just selling it to the public as well. So we decided that we needed to make a stand on that and say we're not going to condone it or say that it's all right, and so we will actually go through a process of that, of letting the company that they're using know that they're actually selling it as well. So yeah, I think that that's been really well supported by us as well. So one of the things that people did bring up as well with that is they're sort of saying that it's a little bit like, because there was one place I think they were selling the hydrogen peroxide, which of course if they're sending it to their house, that's dangerous goods as well. But hydrogen peroxide, the colour that they had, and it was like they was charging $55 for it. So how do you then explain to the client when they come into the salon to have their hair done that it's $255 to have their hair done? So clients think that you're ripping them off because it's only costing them, you know, $55 for the product. So yeah, I think it's a really good stand to make. And actually somebody said, what would you do if you saw one of your clients that was standing in the supermarket trying to find the colour to put on their hair, and they've recognised you? So they kind of said, you know, what would you do with that? So have you got any suggestions there, Simone?
I mean, I think there's going to be clients out there that are going to do their own hair. And, you know, it's been a long time for somebody and for some of our clients. And some people, if their hair is not right, they actually feel really bad. Like it's quite a, you know, I don't know, that they feel bleh and they feel horrible and they can't. And so if they've had to buy a supermarket product and do their own hair, just go with it. Be professional when they come back and say, oh, I understand, I know how bad it is. You know, we are trying to advocate not to colour your own hair, obviously. But if they do, just deal with it when they come back into the salon. We're going to make a policy in our salon that if they've coloured their hair and it's a mess and we have to clean it up, then we won't be doing that for the first 4 to 6 weeks because we don't have the time to do all those high maintenance, big appointments. So you could let your clients know that. I sort of feel if they're going to do it, give them the advice with the supermarket stuff that makes it as easy for you to fix if you're going to when you get back. You know, recommend obviously the sprays and that first. But if they've done it, just deal with it when you get back to work.
So, and I guess that's probably an opportunity now as well. One of the articles I've been reading recently was talking about the two scenarios that might happen when we go back. So, of course, there's going to be this huge boom of like Christmas and everybody wants their hair done. Well, then you know what it's like, you know, 5 weeks after Christmas, where, of course, everyone's been closed over that time period before, and you get 2 or 3 weeks of very little clients. So we're looking at a similar kind of thing might happen there. So I guess that's the opportunity to be able to, you know, when they're in that first time, if they have stuffed it up a little bit, then you just make the most of it when they're in there, but then rebook them for 4 weeks time when it does look a little bit quieter. And even they might not need it cut then, but, you know, you do the colour correction that needs done, and one of the junior staff, supporting staff, maybe blow dry it for them. And the blow dry is complimentary. So it's an opportunity to get somebody back into the salon, have their hair looking in great condition, another nice touch point for them as well. So, so really good ideas there.
Yeah.
Anything else that you thought that might have come up that...
I think the biggest thing for all of us, I think, is that the integrity, keep the trust, keep professional, keep it so that we're all in the same situation, so that we don't get clients saying, oh, well, such and such down the road is doing this. You know, if we all stay professional, we're all going to come through this in the end. It's going to be tough, but as I said, as you said before, just keep booking those clients in. I think the biggest thing is when we get them back in to rebook them in the time that suits us. If you're only going to be doing like regrowths to start off with, offer that time in a few weeks to do more foils and things like that, so that we can keep them coming back in, because that's what we want. We want to keep it going now once that first influx of clients come through.
Excellent. So somebody has just said, and that was what I was going to look at, is do we need to register with NBIE? Now the answer to that is no. So up until now we've had to register with NB, so now you don't. So if you want to sell before Tuesday, you could still sell online today and tomorrow and then just send it out on Tuesday. So Tuesday, like midnight, so 11:59 on the Monday, we flip over into the Tuesdays, which is the 28th. So that's when it is that we can start selling online, and there's no restriction to what it is that we can sell. So it can be hair care, it can be styling, it can be GHDs, it can be tools, it can be aromatherapy, it can be anything, if that's what it is.
And I think just keep a record of who you've sold to, particularly if they're your clients, just like you would in the salon. Keep a record of what you have sold them, so that you can ask them about that product the next time, just to know that, so the clients know that you care, that even in this time we're still thinking about them and caring about them, because we are. Even though we can't be with them, I'm thinking about our clients all the time, and I'm sure most of you guys are too, because they're our livelihood. And they've become more than just clients; they're our friends as well. So we want them to be, as best that they can be in this time as well. So keep a record of what you sell, so that you can ask them, like you do in your normal consultation, how was that shampoo? How was that treatment? Because we've had a lot of clients that have decided that they're going to try treatments after years of trying to sell them before, because their hair needs it, but now they've decided that they will do them. So that's the thing, to keep a note of that and say, how was that treatment? How did that go? You need to do this every 7 times you wash your hair, so that it becomes an ongoing product rather than just a lockdown product.
Perfect, and I guess that's the opportunity as well, that when they're in next time, to be able to rebook them for 4 weeks and give them like a treatment and blow dry with one of the support staff. So it's a good opportunity to be doing those rebooks as well. So yes, I think we've probably covered everything on the list there.
Yeah.
Just so that people know what it is that we've been doing as well. So we're just doing a few chats like this with different people. So we've got some more coming up next week as well. The times that we're normally doing are 11 in the morning. There's 3 in the afternoon. So that's why it is that we've been here, like Richard Long and Judy Bailey. For anybody that's over 40, you'll know who that is. And then 8 o'clock in the evening, we're doing some as well. So some that we've got coming up, we've got some Barber ones coming up, because Barbers have some problems that are unique to Barbers. So not having appointment books, so they do walk-ins. So imagine all of a sudden if we were like that and you didn't know who was coming in, and the contact tracing you have to do with it. So there's some things for the hairdressing side that have been kind of easy for us, but have also been hard, and we're thinking about the barbers as well. So we're doing some work with them next week, a couple of sessions with Katoomba. We've already done one with our friends at Timely. So Timely and Katoomba as well actually are doing some stuff for our clients and for the wider industry. They're looking at doing some tiles and a little video for our clients, so that often we find it really hard to be able to say to our clients, hey, look, we really need you to come in and give us the money, because we've got no money coming in. So it's a really good opportunity for Timely have said, and Katoomba has said, that they're actually going to do that for us. So they're going to do hey, we're missing you. We were there for all these things for you, and we really want to make sure that we can still run. So here are some ways that you can help us by maybe prepaying for a haircut, buying product online, or maybe buying vouchers. So so it's really nice that, I guess, there's always something that brings you together, and I think the community worked really well around the time that we're having at the moment. So so thanks everybody for supporting us, and if there's anything else that you want to hear or you want to know about, or please just email us. Remember, we've still got our membership with the first 3 months free until June, end of June I think that is. So it's a great opportunity to get back on board again and share some love. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember that there are a lot more resources on the NZARH page than what there were even days ago. So keep updated on the NZARH website because they're putting up things, we're putting up stuff almost daily with all the new things that are coming in. Yeah.
Great. All right. Thanks, Simone. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.